started, we'd like to welcome, actually let's get them started with a little bit of music, and then we'll let Nolan introduce him.
Your head is aching. I'll make it better, 'cause I love the way you process crazy. Take me the way I am, 'cause I love you more than I could ever promise. And you take me the way I am. Oh, you take me the way I am. Oh, you take me the way I
CBB has changed my life because it really has taught me how to love myself, and it's taught me how to really appreciate all aspects of myself and be able to love myself fully. Because I think that when I came in, before I came into the program, in a sense, I feel like I was kind of damaged and wounded by my past experiences, my interaction with my family, interaction with peers, or interactions with people in general. I think that it really took a toll on me. So being in this space with all these different kind of people, it changed my life because it made me recognize that I was still lovable and still worth it. And on top of that, a lot of the alumni were there. There was a big alumni component, so it made me feel like, well, if all these people are still here contributing to the program and the interview, then clearly this program is doing something that's worthwhile for them to keep coming back. That's real.
The vision of CBB is to really bring diverse people together in order to make a difference in our community, especially marginalized community. So that's what has attracted me the most in choosing the program here at SDSU. Like, regardless of like your background or what you've been through in the past, once you enter the CBB world, there's so much support that you can surpass your struggles and your stories and be more real to yourself. And it's just really different. I don't know how, like, I've never been in a space where like there's so much love and support.
I picked SDSU for grad school because I'm originally from San Diego. I really wanted to reconnect with my community back here in San Diego and learn about a lot of the social justice issues that were going on here. The biggest part of counseling for me is just that it's a real, live, human conversation, and that's how I like to think of it when I'm in the booth with clients, and to really see how it can be a really healing and transformative space for these people who are coming in with real issues and real problems. And I think the biggest part for me has just learning how to be an active listener and to be present there in the moment and kind of join with the person emotionally and not listen to think of a response, but listen to really connect with them.
This program is all about creating community as faculty and students work together in partnership, making each cohort a community that values each other as they go out to influence change.
What inspired me into CBB, and I'm pretty sure other people will probably agree, is like you randomly go places and you run into a CBBer, or you run into that one person in the counseling center, in the community, in the classroom, and they're just awesome, and then you find out that they did CBB. So for me, that's what kind of inspired me to do it, because those are the people that really impacted my life and my journey here at SDSU. So it made me want to be able to do the same thing for other people or other students as well. It just ran into all these random cool people from the community. I'm like, oh, I want to do what they did. So that's what got me here.
There's so many times when folks set out to establish history, but they lose focus. This program has over 40 long years maintained a focus on multicultural social justice and democratic processes, preparing over 1,000 counselors to work with individuals and communities.
I think it's really unique to the CBB model that we are a diverse group of students, and that's what the faculty looks for during the interview process. But I think a lot of times diversity is kind of associated with just race and ethnicity, and they don't take into account diversity in experiences and in backgrounds and stories. We as a community learn how to sit through it and make decisions and decide to be community changers. I think that's something that I wanted.
Whenever I go out and I talk to employers, it really doesn't matter what the industry is. They say, we need people who can work in teams. Nobody is interested in hiring a Lone Ranger. They need people who can work with people. And that ongoing collaboration is the strength of this program. I know that many of you remember the day when San Diego State University was a state-funded institution. But the truth is that today, the state provides 20% of the cost of this enterprise. And so without the support of graduates, without your support, it's hard to sustain this level of quality.
It gave me like a different lens almost to like see myself more clearly and like to see society more clearly.
At the root and core of CBB, I think it teaches us how to be in relationship with people. In order to have a healthy relationship with someone, it's important that we know who we are as an individual. It's important that I love myself. And in order to be that support system for students in the future, I need to be as whole and as complete as I can be and to heal myself before I can try to help others have that transformative experience also.
And I graduated, I was working at the Cross Cultural Center at UC San Diego when I started to think about, I've always wanted to be in CBB. I always wanted to do the program, but every time that someone would explain it to me, it scared the hell out of me. They take you, rip you wide open, reach down deep inside you, take out all your issues, throw them in your face, and then watch you put yourself back together again. All right?
I think I was most inspired to enter CBB because of the relationships that I had with CBB alum. I think I've really been inspired by the way that I see a lot of CBB alum, how they interact with people in their community and how they're like the key major players in creating change in their communities.
Loving leadership, that certainly is exemplified by the current chair of the Counseling and School Psychology Program, Dr. Nola Butler-Bird. And Nola has certainly been exemplary in her modeling servant leadership, which she's kind of showing right now because I forgot something at my seat. Thank you. But that loving leadership has also been exemplified by this person who joined SDSU in 1977. Now, so some of you might think that SDSU back then was guilty of breaking some child labor laws. But we weren't the first because before she became director of CBB for 20 years, she had previously served as coordinator of counselor education at CSU San Bernardino and as a school counselor. She published the first authoritative scholarly book chapter in the country on the psychology of the Chicana, and has since co-authored or authored publications ranging from Latino, Chicano, and Mexican American mental health to the CBB as a site of praxis and social justice. Her many honors and awards include SDSU Professor of the Year, SDSU President Weber's Top 25 Award to University and Community Leaders. And in May 2010, she was given SDSU's first Faculty Diversity Award. Her outreach to the community has been long-standing and significant. She served on and has chaired the San Diego Community College District Board of Trustees since 1990 and has served as a consultant to local, state, and national groups with a focus on creating community dialogues on race relations and future planning. Of course, I'm talking about our own Dr. Maria Nieto Senor.
Thank you. This is unexpected, and I'm very appreciative. And it's wonderful to be acknowledged by my colleagues, by my dean. But most of all, it's so special to be acknowledged by my students. Thank you for being here.